What is the full pack? Today we're going to be talking about Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. Now, um, my thoughts on the game are a little mixed. It's not what I expected, for sure. I'm pretty sure the the truth for everyone. But was I disappointed? Not really. Let's just say that I was underwhelmed with the amount of catnap. Because they built catnap to be the most disturbing, the most disturbing, boss, if you could call them a boss. Um, and I was expecting there to be more, like, disturbing imagery, like, they obviously are going to go full on, like, that hospital game that Markiplier played, where they literally showed real life, like, surgery. But I was expecting more, like, to hear more, like, I don't know, kind of, how, like, in Verrucht, whenever you're running around killing the zombies, you can hear, like, slight screams of the past and stuff. I was hoping for more of that, uh, because, like, they were building it up to be, like, the most disturbing, and I was expecting Catnap to be extremely scary, because in the trailer you literally hear, like, children whimpering for their lives as Catnap's, like, approaching the camera. And all we really got was just a cat. Just a very angry cat. And, like, yeah, that's essentially what he was supposed to be. But at least the two other bosses had development. Or not development, that's stupid. They had, like, a personality, you know what I mean? And to see... Well, I didn't want Catnap to talk, really, because it would be weird and the voice would probably be heavily underwhelming. But I just wish we got more Catnap, you know what I mean? And the way that he died... Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers. Not that defeating the boss would be a spoiler, because you have to go on to the next game. You have to continue the game. So it's like, if our character died, then where would you go from there? But I just wish we had more Catnap. And the way that he died was so... It didn't satisfy me. Catnap was a fun villain, though. He was. And he's still my second favorite villain. So much so that I'm literally saving up money just to get a Catnap plush. Hopefully they make a Catnap plush that's like the Bigger Bodies Initiative version of Catnap, because right now the only Catnap that you can buy is like of the Smiling Critters version. I want the long arms Catnap. Also, it's weird because I think they changed Catnap's design to have a more friendly approach, because in the posters and stuff he seemed to have claws, which I don't think they changed that he has claws, but I would have thought that, like, his claws would be more I thought his claws would be more, showing, like that's the way that he attacks, but he just runs at you and it's like, cool, okay. It made sense that Huggy and Mommy didn't attack like that, because they didn't have, any killable things. They just worked with what they got. But Catnap literally had razors on his hands. I wish we saw a little bit more of that. And also just like, just more Catnap just would have been fun. Because you walk around quite a bit in the game. And it's so sad because Miss Delight, which is the new character that they introduced, she was more menacing than Catnap. And that's saying something. If your side villain is more scary than your main villain, then there's something wrong. But still, Catnap somehow is better than Mommy, because Mommy isn't that scary. She's more mentally scary than physically, like Huggy Wuggy was. I did like the return of Huggy. That was fun. Fortunately, it wasn't real, which sucks. Which I didn't expect it to be real, but there was just a glimmer of hope. I liked the little tribute to MatPat. I just wish that it was more, I wish it was like more visible, because even MatPat missed it. Like Jacksepticeye and Dawko saw it. I have yet to watch Fusion Z Gamers playthrough on it, but almost everybody has noticed that Clap and a Half will miss you, except for the person that it was made for. So hopefully, eventually, MatPat sees or mentions that. We got a new character, Ollie, which I have a feeling that that's Prototype, honestly, because ruined out of body voices. I like that there was more Kissy Missy. She fucking died though. Either that or she did escape, but let's be honest, Prototype got to her near the end. Kissy Missy's dead, which is sad because everybody's been hyping up Kissy Missy for the longest time. They were like, "Oh my god, Kissy Missy is gonna be like this amazing savior." She dies, and she doesn't get as much on-screen time as people probably would have liked. Not much to talk about else. I liked the lore. I think that we're finally getting the more manipulative side of everything. That's fun because it's like, Catnap is like the number one fan of the Prototype, so it's like the chapter with Catnap that's probably the most angry at the employees would probably have the most like lore of what they are. The Hour of Joy, I did like that reveal because we knew that. We knew what happened. We know that the Bigger Bodies Initiative came to life and killed everybody. Literally everybody. Every worker, innocent or not, everybody died. We knew that already. I didn't know, however, that that was the Hour of Joy. I didn't know that was the Hour of Joy. I just knew. I think everybody knew that Huggy Wuggy and all of them killed the workers. Like, that was pretty obvious. Oh yeah. Chapter 4. Chapter 4 is most likely the end. Which, it's sad because I really liked Poppy Playtime. I don't really give many other mascot horrors a chance because they're usually just like the same old, but Poppy Playtime did it so differently that it's fun. Like, Poppy Playtime changed how I see games because, like, now I give more games a chance than I used to. And yeah, Poppy Playtime's so good. It's not better than FNAF in any means, but it's a very close second. I literally tried to fill up my room with more Poppy Playtime stuff. Mainly Huggy Wuggy stuff, and probably Catnap stuff. But where will Chapter 4 be? Where will the finale be? If this is the finale. Obviously, we're going to fight the prototype. Unless there's some deeper thing. I hope, in my personal opinion, I hope they make Poppy Playtime 6. Just because I feel like if you're making a horror game, ending at 6 would be, like, perfect, because it's, like, the devil's number. Yeah, so, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too hopeful about everything, but I don't know. Okay, as I was saying, Chapter 4, what are we going to do? We're going to fight the prototype. As for where the setting's going to be, I feel like that there's going to be like an undercover thing. Like, there's going to be some big reveal, like what's really under the factory. Or the daycare, whatever. What is Poppy Playtime at this point? Because it's a factory, it's a daycare, it's a nursing home thing. Jeez, dude. It is so many things. Just make sure it's not a pizzeria because, oh boy. I don't know, man. The setting's gonna be weird because it's like, I don't know. I could see it being like out of laboratory, and then we see like toys twitching and stuff. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be an active laboratory, and we're gonna find out that Elliot Ludwig actually is alive and is controlling Prototype, or Elliot Ludwig's behind everything, and he's like the evil mastermind, not as Prototype, like Matt Pat suggested. Like, so I believe Matt Pat that he's right that Elliot Ludwig is a Prototype, but as an alternative theory, what if Elliot Ludwig's behind everything and commanding everybody, even the Prototype? Like, what if Elliot Ludwig hired not hired, but like created the Prototype and was like, the hour of joy is going to be taking back everything. Maybe Elliot Ludwig almost died instead of actually dying. Like, the person who killed him thought he died, and he got out and he wants revenge to take back his company, not knowing that these creatures are literally just animals, basically. So they're not going to know that, like, we have to interrogate them. So the hour of joy, although on the surface just seems like what Poppy says, needless slaughter. I think there's a deeper meaning behind the hour of joy. Because it's not very joyful. The hour of joy does not seem very joyful. I mean, the monsters didn't get out. They're starving, so it's pretty much the opposite. So I think that the hour of joy is meant to be like taking back Elliot Ludwig's property. But what do you guys think? I don't know. So far, this is still the best chapter because it actually leads into the horror, which all of the games were like relatively scary, but this one was more mental horror. I don't know, man. This chapter is so far an 8 out of 10 for me. I liked it a lot. Um, Again, just wish more catnap. Hopefully in Project Playtime he's a playable character. I hope that they didn't abandon Project Playtime, because catnap would be a very fun playable character. You know, have the gas be like weakening the players, or like the gas slows down the players. That would be fucking fun. That would be so fun. They did update the game recently, so they could add catnap. I don't know. I just want more catnap love. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications for more opinions and stuff, more commentary, more gameplay. I'm going to try to lead into more gameplay, but it's just so much to record. And the longer videos aren't as well of quality as like these ones, because I actually try to like get out my words perfectly on what I want to say in the shorter term videos. As for the long term videos, like gameplay and stuff, I'm hardly talking, which I want to try to change. But it's hard. It's hard for me to talk. Anyway, so yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? And I'll see you guys in the next video.